Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of the Local Chronicles. So, last week was a thing. In case you missed it, last week I brought Blue Eyes Invoked to Locals. And for the very first time, I lost every game. That's right, round one I was paired up against Raziel Mitsugiri and I got mollywopped 2-0. Round two, I got paired up against a Malice player, and it went to nearly time. I took down game one, he took down games two and three because shifter fucking hurts. Hopefully that goes to one. And then round three, I get paired up against a gimmick deck, not gimmick puppets, but I get paired up against. Why am I blanking on it? Arcana Force, and I win game one, I lose game two, just shy of time to win game three, and then I get hit with an honest, meaning I lost every single game. And because of that, I'm coming with a vengeance. You all know me for, most of you know me for playing Galaxy Eyes. That's not ready. Tachyon Galaxy Eyes is not ready. I have been tinkering with it. I have been tinkering with it. It will be brought to locals. There will be a deck profile in the next few weeks. I can guarantee you that, and in the next few weeks, I will bring it to locals. But be patient. The other deck I'm known for is Yubel. Usually, it was pure Yubel. Not this time. In case you also missed it, on Sunday, the day I'm actually filming this for locals, I dropped my deck profile. Now, granted, it's going to have some changes between now and then, because, well, for one, I am going to put in the Necro Quip Princess, which I'm sure some may have yelled at me for, as well as I am borrowing a Lacrima from a friend, the other Yubel player, so I will also be basically playing this now at full power. So yeah, that's it, because I'm coming back for revenge. Austin also isn't going to be here, our usual victor for the weekly locals. So I stand a really good chance this week. Plus, as well, the ban list is going to happen. It's currently YCS Texas at the moment, and we do know that the ban list is going to drop. It's probably going to drop before the final, so it might not actually drop at locals because there's still the 2 rounds of Swiss to do. Then there's top 32, then top 16, then top 8, and then the semifinals. And so it'll probably happen at some. But whilst a lot of people are asleep, I'll of course be staying awake for it, and if I time it right, I should have my reaction. Not my reaction, because I'm not going to film that anymore, but I'll give my thoughts on the ban list as a whole in this video. Fingers crossed I managed to remember to do so. Anyway, I shot some B-roll actually at the gym yesterday because I'm going to start to actually go to the gym. Well, I have been starting to go to the gym. My course that I do during the week, on Tuesdays we go. That's for 6 weeks. So I decided to go solo myself yesterday. So enjoy a bit of footage of that. So that was about 40 minutes yesterday of, well, I know I only shot footage of me on the bike and the treadmill towards the end, but I actually did more than that. So I did 10 minutes on the bike. After that, I did some stretches, and then I did a minute of squats to touch the dumbbell. I did a minute of that, then did a minute of the deadlift one where I squat down holding it up, lift it up and put it back down again. And then I did a minute and a half of getting one of those 4 kg balls and lifting over my head and throwing it down and catching it. So I did about a minute 30 of that. And then once that was finished, that's when I did 10 minutes on the treadmill. And I think that's what I'm going to be doing moving forward. Because there's still this week, yesterday, by the time this video comes out, yesterday I was at the gym again, doing some more of the same, but with a little bit extra. And then this weekend on Saturday, I'll be back there again to do a bit more. And yeah, that's basically that. It is way early for me in the morning. It is 10 o'clock. So I have several hours to kill before locals happens. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the vlog. Okay, still at the OTS 26. Let's see what I can get. A ulti has already been pulled. Buzzsaw Shark. This is not Lantern Shark or Ostinato, since those seem to be the ones that I pull the most of. And HE Gear Frame, the other one that I pull a lot of. Womp womp. Round 1 I'm paired with another Michael, and I lost a die roll and I made go second. My opponent starts by showing what he's playing, and that it's Necroz, which is a deck I've never faced before, so this will be interesting. Since I didn't open any hand traps, he goes full combo, ending on Dogmatica Ecclesia and Maximus, Necros of Brianac and Unicorn, and an incantation monster. I draw for turn, banish one of his cards from graveyard to special summon Magma Hunt. Next I pitch Engraver to add Tract. From here I activate Opening, add Dark Beckoning to hand. Next I activate Tract, add Lurie, pitch Lurie, special summon Lurie. Then I link into Requiem, which is when I'm told Unicorn negates monsters from the extra deck, which forces me into the battle phase to attack over it. From here, I then do full Fiendsmith combo and some Yubel combos, ending on Moon of the Closed Heaven, Phantom of Yubel, Desiree with all 3 links equipped to it, and Verdos, and pass turn. My opponent draws for turn. He then tries to use an effect which I negate all of his face-up monsters with Desiree. Next he tries to activate Incantation Chalice Slime's effect to reveal it in hand. Discard 1 to special summon 1, which I negate with Verdos. From here he tries to use Brio's effect in hand, which I use Phantom to change the effect to pop a Yubel in deck, popping Yubel, which triggers Yubel engraved to special summon Terra Incarnate. He then switches Brio to defense, so not wanting to force an attack from pain. From here he makes Superstar Slayer Typhon Sky Crisis and uses its effect to bounce Desiree into my extra deck, which I was not expecting. Then he passes turn. I draw for turn. Now I'm on the back burner thinking, how can I get Desiree back out? So I start by popping Terror to add Samsara off of Pain, then Terror triggers to special summon Ultimate Nightmare. Next I use its effect to pop itself to special summon Spirit. Then it's here where I realized that I forgot to add off Magma Hunt, which I later learned in round 2 that since it's a mandatory effect, at this point I should have added a dragon to hand, which I didn't, which I don't think it would have made much of a difference. From here I link into Yama using Ultimate Nightmare and Moon, adding the red dog off of Yama. Then I pop Yama to special summon Shavara. I use opening second effect, pitching Ash to bring back Phantom. I move to the battle phase and take down 2 of his monsters and pass turn. My opponent draws for turn. He tries to use Maximus' effect, which I negate with Verdos. Next he sets a monster and passes turn. I draw for turn, set 1, enter battle phase, clear off some of his monsters, leaving Maximus on board and pass turn. My opponent draws for turn, and it's here that I make a misplay. He uses Brio's effect and attempt to use Phantom to change the effect to Papa Yubel, and I check deck where I don't have any targets, forgetting I had Spirit on board. So it goes through, he adds Unicorn to hand, he brings out Bookstore by revealing a ritual monster in hand, then it also brings out Candle, which he tries to use the effect, which I imperm. Next he uses Maximus effect, forcing me to send 2 cards from my extra deck to grave. Now I could keep going at this point, but I'm nearly on page 2 for this duel. I eventually take it down as time gets called and I'm ahead on life. On top of that, there was no game 2. All of this that you're seeing is game 1, and then time got called, which is the first time that's happened to me. But besides that, I had fun learning how Necros works, and the fact that he managed to out my Desiree. So let's see how I fare in round 2. I can smell first place getting nearer. Okay, so round 1. That was fun, but also the fact that it was game 1. Yeah, literally that footage that you watched. I'm pretty sure I might have mentioned it in the voiceover because I have yet to film that or to record, just to watch it back and script it and do all that stuff. Yeah, that was just one game. At one point I was tempted to go to game 2, but I'm glad that I held out because I was ahead on life by as you've seen. But that's the first time that's ever happened to me. As also the first time I ever played Necros. But yeah, moving on to round 2. Round 2, I'm once again paired up with Kieran, who I went against last week in the first game. And because I have actually filmed all 3 matches here, one duel is going to have to get the speed up, and that defaults to this one. So Kieran was playing Mermail Atlantean, and game 1 could not do anything. I attempted to do some things, got hand ripped as well, but also he ended on the water statue, which definitely hurt. So I scooped and we went to game 2. Game 2, I opened double imperm, tracked, and Nibiru, I believe was my opening hand. So I got somewhat of a Fiendsmith combo going. I had 2 equips to Desiree, and then I set the 2 imperms and passed. My opponent tried to do something, which I impermed, and then we went to game 3. And then the exact same thing happened. I opened Nib, and he sniped the Nib out of my hand, and ended on the water statue, and there just was not anything I could do, and that is a caveat to playing Yubel Fiendsmith, being the fact that a lot of my monsters have 0 attack and 0 defense, so they obviously can't do shit. And that's just the way it goes. So we're going into the final round with 1 win and 1 loss. So let's see who my round 3 opponent is. Round 3 I'm paired with Aaron, and I win the die roll and opt to go first and go full Fiendsmith combo, ending with Yama, Spirit, Desiree with all 3 equips, Phantom, a set card, and Nightmare Pain. During my combo, Aaron got to special summon Jet Dragon, and I passed turn. Aaron draws return and starts by activating Wishes, Pitch and True Light, adding Maiden and Roar. Next he pitches Maiden to bring back True Light. From here he activates Roar, bringing out Blue Eyes in defense, triggers Maiden, Engrave. After that he normal summons Sage, tries to use its effect but I imperm it. He then makes double Spirit Dragon and tries to use one of the effects to bring out Ultimate Spirit Dragon, but I chain Phantom on pop itself, then pop Spirit on field, which triggers bringing out Yubel, and Aaron gets back Jet since I destroyed a card on field. He does make it with the second Spirit though, and then he uses True Light to bring back Blue Eyes, banishes Wishes to equip Neo Ultimate, and then makes Tyrant Dragon. He enters battle and is forced to attack my Yubel. He starts with Jet Dragon to bounce, which I quick effect use Desiree to negate everything on his field, but he banishes Neo Ultimate and bounces Pain back to hand. But as the tagline for Arc 5 goes, he still takes the damage. He then attacks Yama and I take 1400. In main phase 2 he sets 1 and passes turn, which is when ultimate spirit pops and he gets back Spirit Dragon. I draw for turn and in standby he activates a trap to get rid of sequence, removing the targeting protection I had on Desiree. In main 1 I Desiree negate his whole board, which he chains both Spirit Dragons and synchros into Ultimate Spirit and Crimson Dragon, which adds him a card, but then he uses its effect to make Stardust Seifer Divine Dragon. From here I activate Pain, try to pop you Bell, but it gets negated by Ultimate Spirit. I enter battle phase and take down game 1. Game 2 I made to go second, so Aaron makes some Centurion plays and some small Blue Eyes plays that I am way too tired to script out as I'm typing this, but I did hand trap him twice with an Ash and an Imperm, having him end on Mausoleum, a set card, Spirit of Eyes of Blue, and 2 Centurion monsters that I am far too lazy and tired to use Neuron to find. I draw for turn and I attempt to go full Fiendsmith combo, but when I get to sequence, it gets impermed. So I have to think fast on what I can do, and that's put Luri back into the deck, bring back Engraver, link into Agmade, then use Agi's effect to bring out Engraver a second time, and then have all 3 equips on him, enter battle phase and swing into Spirit with Eyes of Blue and pass turn with Engraver with all the equips and a set card. Aaron draws for turn and time is getting ever close to 0, so we both make some plays, but eventually time gets called, and because I'm ahead on life, I win. Finally, I beat Aaron. It only took 10 or so times of playing against him to finally win, but I'll take it. So yeah, I took down Aaron. Finally, after many times I have gone up against him since locals started. Literally, I think he was the first. I used him for the first thumbnail of the local series. So ever since the local local Chronicles series started, that's when I've been going up against him, and I've lost every single time, except for now. And that's simply because he wasn't aware of time. He could have forced a draw, but I finally beat him. And with his own deck, nonetheless. Not his actual list, but he was the one who gave me the Lacrima for tonight. So yeah, I came third. Not quite first as I had expected, but these things happened. I can't say for sure how things were going to happen, because if I beat my opponent round 2, then I would have been up against William for the finals, and that's where it could be up in the air against Blue Eyes. Now, obviously, I was up against Centurion Blue Eyes for round 3, and I managed to pull through, but that went to time. And I think if the duel went ahead, with William, if I had won, rounds 1 and 2, and faced him in the last round, it could have gone to time. It would have been a draw for that one, but I'll still take third after losing every game last week to coming third this week. I'm happy about it. Now, obviously, this is not going to be the end of the video because there's still the Forbidden Unlimited list to come out. Now, as of filming this, they're in the second half of top 4, so it'll be very, very soon. So I don't know if I'm going to come back in the morning and talk about it, or if I'm going to talk about it after it happens to give my raw reaction. But yeah, as I said, we're not done yet. That ban list. You better still have full power. I mean, yeah, we still only have one Phantom, but Fiendsmith didn't get touched at all. I get to go next week with full power. Not just full power. Yeah, Jerusalem got hit to 1. Who cares? I play it at 1 anyway. But Shavara's at 2 now. So now I gotta think, do I play the second Shavara? Or do I leave it as is? My list as is. I don't know. I'm gonna have some playtesting to do this next week. But what a ban list. A lot of the Raziel's cards being hit to 2. That's gonna hurt the consistency. It's not going to outright kill it. The same with Malice. That got some small slaps on the wrist. The limits, though, I was hoping for Electromite to come back. I really was, but unfortunately, no. That they weren't nice to us for that one. But yeah, Shifter gone to 1, Crossout gone to 1, which is funny enough because I'm actually expecting 1 Crossout. That does mean I'm gonna have to rejig the I'm kind of shaking because it's not with excitement, but it's also fucking freezing, and I just have my t-shirt on, and that's all you need to know. So it's cold, and that's why I'm shaking. But yeah, Shifter, I'll have to fix Vanquish Soul for because it's at 1 now. But yeah, that's that. Yeah. And then of course Abyss Dweller and Shark are gone. So that's kind of Abyss Dweller. Thank God for that. Fuck that card. Nightmare Griffin as well. That's gone. And then Bahamut Shark got hit, and that's the Atlantean hit. Atlantean Mermail hit. I'm happy with that. That's going to stop them getting to Toad. So yeah, that is going to wrap this up. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I'm sorry that there wasn't like a whole actual reaction process to that, because I've done it enough to the point where I just don't want to do it anymore, because I basically have to, film on this camera, grab my broken spare phone, and screen record it, and then get my reaction that way, since they're going to be doing it through the YCSs from now on, it seems, instead of just randomly dropping it. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go to bed now, and thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Here's to this weekend. Full power Fiendsmith Ubel. Oh, I can't wait for this. Oh, it's going to be so fucking good. It's going to be so fucking good. Also, Trapped shot up to like 50 fucking quid, and I paid 7 for it. So that I don't feel bad now for that does me good, because I wasted €70 on my 2 engravers with it being announced for a reprint literally this week. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'll see you all on the next upload.